Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? Are y'all ready for Christmas? Because it's gonna be here tomorrow, Christmas Eve. We go to my daughter's house on Christmas Eve, so I've got all my presents wrapped and ready to go. I was busy all day yesterday, from the time I got up at 6 o'clock till about midnight. And I'm not kidding you. I was just on the go, on the go, on the go. We're doing a cookie bake-off, so I had to make cookies. I'm doing an Italian cookie, the Italian rainbow cookie. I decided to do that. It's made out of marzipan. I love them. They're so delicious and they're really not hard to make. So that's what I made. And after I was making it, my daughter came in and she's participating too. She lives with us, and we're all taking the cookies to my daughter's on Christmas Eve for a taste testing. And she said, "That's what I was going to make." And I'm like, "Sorry, I already made it." So great minds think alike in our family, I guess. But I wanted to say prayers for the people in Germany that are now in mourning. It's so sad when that crazy Saudi ex-Muslim decided that plowing into a crowd of innocent families was a great plan for attention. 5 people died. 200 people have been injured. It's so sad. My heart goes out to them, to the families, to everybody, everybody that was touched by this. And there's thousands of people in mourning. So the whole country's in mourning. I just want to give my condolences and pray for them. So everybody pray for them. I know y'all are thinking about them. The weekend went by so quickly, you guys, it was like a blur. Uh, Now, on Saturday, we had a wedding to go to, and I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Don't get married a couple of days before Christmas. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. They're going to be so sorry that they did that when they have a whole bunch of kids and it's Christmas time and they need to take care of the children and everything else. They're going to completely forget that they were ever married at Christmas time. But anyway, we went to this Christmas time wedding, and it was really my husband's friends. I mean, they're all of our friends, but they're Iranians, so I let him handle everything. He had the invitation, he handled everything. I told him, "Do you know where we're going? Do you know how far it is? Do you know what time we need to leave?" Yes, yes. I said, "Did you look on the map? Did you Google it? Did you, I'm making sure that he's done all due diligence." And he said, "Yes, yes, yes." So not yesterday, on Saturday, I was deciding that I needed to go to the store for a couple more things. I had a list of stuff I needed to do. I had quite a few hours before I thought we had to leave. It was probably around 2 o'clock, maybe around 2, and I thought I could go run to the store and do some things. So I tell my husband, "What time do we need to leave? Because I need to know when I need to be home." So he says, "Well, I don't know. I haven't really looked at the invitation." And I'm like, "What do you mean you haven't looked? Tell me, what time are we going to leave? You told, the wedding was actually pretty close to us. It was maybe 23, 24 minutes away from us, which is relatively close." So he was like, "It's pretty close. We don't have to worry." And I said, "Well, what time does the wedding start?" And he says, "Well, I don't know." I'm like, "Well, go get the invitation." He goes and brings the invitation. The wedding starts at 4. I'm like, "Oh my God, I have to start getting ready." I mean, I didn't have time to do anything, you guys. I was going to do something with my hair. I was going to put it up or something. I barely had time to put on some makeup and get my, uh, clothes on. I have to tell y'all something else that's funny. So I got a body shaper from my daughter. She had ordered this body shaper for herself, but I don't know, she didn't want it. She had given it to me, and I had it in my drawer. I knew it was there, and I said, "Well, I'm going to wear that body shaper. This is a good time. I have a gown on and all. I need a body shaper." So I haven't ever worn a body shaper like this. I put on my pantyhose first. So I wanted to wear thick hose because this was outside and it was chilly. It was cold outside. It was an outdoor wedding and the appetizers were all outdoors. And then we went inside to eat, but it was chilly. Anyway, I put on some really thick black pantyhose. I put them on first and then I put the body shaper on, which was kind of hard to get it on over the pantyhose. And by the time I got it all the way up and pulled on, I noticed there's a slit in the crotch. And I'm like, did I tear it? Did I tear this? You know, that no, it's there so that you can go to the bathroom without pulling it all down. But I had pantyhose on. Yeah, I'm that person. I am that person. I don't wear these kind of things. I don't dress up. I'm not formal. So I just let it go. I'm like, I am not pulling this all the way off and then taking the pantyhose all the way off and then putting them on over. No. So we got there a little bit early. Since we had to leave at, we wanted to make sure that we knew where the place was because we hadn't been there before. So we left a little early. So you can imagine I barely had an hour and 15 minutes to get ready, something like that. So we got there a little bit early, about 3:35 or so. No ushers telling you where to go. Nobody, it was unorganized, so nobody was there. We're just kind of standing around trying to figure out where to go, what to do, and everything. We finally figure out where to go, and we stand there and wait. And I don't know why they wanted everybody there so early. Maybe that's just traditional. We got there and we waited like almost an hour sitting waiting for the ceremony to start. It didn't start till almost 5 o'clock. Sun was going down real quick. It was getting chilly. By 6 o'clock, the sun's down. It's cold. So it was getting really cold. And finally got it all started and everything. So we'd been there since 3:30. We did not leave there till I think almost 10 o'clock at night. I didn't go to the bathroom one time, y'all. And yes, I had a couple of glasses of wine. Oh, and it was such a beautiful wedding. It was fun, and when the bride and groom had their first dance, he dropped her on the floor. I wish I would have been videotaping it. My husband he had his back to him, but I had turned my chair to my table around to watch their first dance, and I was watching them, and he dipped her down, and they're a little bit heavy, both of them. He dipped her down, and he started dropping her, and he dropped her. He didn't drop her hard because she was just a few inches from the floor when he dropped her. But he lost his balance too, and he flipped over her, and he did a flip over her, and they were both laid out on the floor. I said, oh my gosh, that's going to be a wonderful story for them to tell for the rest of their lives. Remember how you dipped me down and dropped me on the floor on our wedding day? But it was a beautiful wedding. It was fun, even though, it was a little bit stressful having to suddenly have our times wrong and have to hurry and get ready. Trying to adjust this lighting. I'm getting a new phone, y'all, so I'm not going to have to rely on this laptop anymore and acting all crazy and going in and out with the light. I'm getting this beautiful phone that takes beautiful, beautiful videos. So next year, after I get my phone, I'll have better videos. The sound will be better, and you'll be able to see me better. With all my wrinkles, right now you might not be able to see them all. Maybe I'm too close. I'm trying to be close because I don't think my microphone's working properly. So I want you to be able to hear me. So I'm kind of up close. And then this weird thing happens with the lighting. Okay, so that's all about my life and what's going on with me. It's been, crazy all the time. That's how it is here with me. Always on the go, always something to do, all the time, all the time. But I do have a message to deliver to you guys. And I was just meditating. I was actually laying down. I had fallen asleep and I woke up and I started meditating and talking to Spirit and getting some information for you guys. And I'm going to tell you what I have. So when I wake up and I've gotten information, I will write it down right away. so that I don't forget what I was told, because it's hard to remember when you're channeling information. It's just coming. It's just come. It just goes out, and you got to record it somehow, you know. So I do have some papers that I'll read from. I do remember most of it, but I might have to refer to my papers. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at a paper. But the message is about the divine feminine spirit will take her place. Okay, and this is what I got exactly. Okay, it's like we're trying to back out of a tight parking spot, and it's really, really dark, and we're screaming because we're afraid we're going to run into something. And then there's all these people trying to direct us on which way to go. You need to back out this way. No, go that way. No, go this way. And that's what's going on here. There's too much information. We're just getting we're getting too much. We're getting inundated with too much information, and it's making us afraid. We're afraid, that's the vision. I'm afraid I'm going to run into something, but um, we need to bear with it and be patient. That's exactly what I got. Bear with it and be patient. Now, there were some stories. I know y'all have heard about it, about President Biden and Harris having to cancel all their plans, and they race back to the White House. So I want to really figure out what's going on by stepping into Biden's energy and just feeling out his energy and see how he's feeling and what's going on. And maybe we can get some information that way. When I did that, he is so worried about Trump. He's really stressed out and worried about Trump. And that man can cuss. He's a sweet old man. He's the sweetest grandfather, nicest grandfather, but he's got a potty mouth, you guys. He really does. And he's cussing. He's actually, I'm okay, so I'm going to just say this for now, entertainment purposes only, okay? Entertainment purposes only. This is what I'm getting. He's saying, God damn that MFer. That's exactly what he's saying. Um, but I feel like that they are so concerned that they are considering all options on what they can do, so that Trump will hit a brick wall. One thing I'm being shown is there's bugs everywhere. I'm just seeing like bugs are everywhere. Bugs, bugs, bugs. Now I'm seeing bugs, but I know these are listening devices all over the place. They've been put all over the place to listen to Trump, to make, I guess, surveillance on him. So they're going to be watching Trump. When he gets to the White House, I know that we've seen all those movies and shows where they scan everything and make sure there's no bugs, no listening devices. There's going to be listening devices and bugs that they are never going to be able to decipher. They're not going to be able to know they're there. They've been planted. So Biden's taking all the precautions that he can. His team and him are working to prevent Trump from blowing up, the Constitution. So what I'm seeing is all the plans that Trump has, because he's saying them out loud. And then there's that Project 2025. So I'm seeing there's holes in everything. There's little pinholes of light in everything that he wants to do. And then these holes get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just falls apart. So his plans, what he wants to do, all fall apart. Now, I believe that they were called back to the White House to be debriefed on those plasmoid orbs. That's what this is about. and what they were capable of. So what I feel like, what's happening out there is uh, the drones got some information and sent that to them. So they're kind of being debriefed on what the drones are seeing, because that's, the drones are all government drones. That's what they are. So they're being debriefed on what's going on, what they're seeing and what these are. And they're very powerful. They really are. I'm seeing that they have the ability to fire a laser beam, that they could do this. Not that they will, or not that we need to be afraid of them, that this would happen at all. This would only be utilized to protect the earth. Okay, so just know that they have the ability to protect the earth. Um, they're listening and monitoring the energy here, because it's gotten to the point that we might need an intervention, and they can do that. They can provide that. They're on standby. Now, Kamala Harris, she hasn't seen the orbs herself. You know what I mean? She hasn't witnessed it herself. So she's a little bit skeptical because she's a realist. She's a prosecutor. And what prosecutors do is they gather information. They have to um, they don't just trust what they've been told or what they heard. They have to have information. They have to do that fact-finding mission, and that's what she wants to do. She wants to go on a fact-finding mission, but she really can't do that because she can't say anything and she can't do anything. She's not allowed to. So it's really, really, she's in a difficult place for herself. But that's why we're not hearing anything from her, because she's just not allowed to say anything. She just can't. And herself, she doesn't have anything to back it up with, because that's the position that she's in. She's just been told, she only knows what she's been told, right? And there's nothing to back it up. So they need to get more information. But it's it's too soon for everybody to accept something like that. That there's something from a different planet that's here. It's very, very soon for people to accept that. And they're so fearful of the unknown. And that's why they're being seen all over the place. That's why people are reporting about them and seeing them. It's for people to get used to this, right? It's like it's going to become normal. We're going to see them over and over and over. We've heard about it over and over and over, and it becomes more normal. And then we can accept that, yes, there are things from, out of this world that we never thought there were, but they are here, and we'll start accepting that. What we really should be concerned with is the present. It's now. It's right here and now. Um, and for us to know that the future will unfold for the best and the highest good of all. So, did you wake up today? Did you have your coffee? Did you say I love you to the person closest to you? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food to eat? You're okay? And you'll be okay tomorrow and the next day and the next. We don't have to be manipulated by the media and forced down a rabbit hole. We don't have to live in fear. Many of you have stopped watching the news, and you're feeling much better, and you've stopped that fear mongering. So you're doing much better and feeling much better. Concern yourself with being joyful and compassionate to those nearest you. Be forgiving. Reach out to old friends and build new relationships. We will not be conquered and divided. We are all uniting all over the world, and we're ushering in a new beginning for civilization. 2025 will usher in new beliefs and cast aside those beliefs that no longer serve us. So look no further than the day that is right before you and move forward in gratitude that you are a part of this great awakening. It's a beautiful time to be alive, to see all the changes that are coming forth. So let's just live in gratitude for that, because all will be well. Pray with me that President Biden will prevail in keeping the United States safe and that the highest good will be the outcome. And y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll talk to you again soon. Love you guys. Take care. Bye for now. And do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you.